Hey, welcome to the math review. So this question says, the area of a rectangular camping ground is 5/8 of a square kilometer. If the width of the camping ground is 1/2 of a kilometer, what is the length of the camping ground? So let's dive back into the problem and take out what it is we need. First, we're talking about area. That's a really important math concept. So I'm going to circle that. And I know that we're talking about the area of a rectangular camping ground. Since it's rectangular, we know that the formula for the area of a rectangle is equal to length times width. I also know that that area is equal to 5/8 of a square kilometer. And finally, we're given the width, which is 1/2 of a kilometer. The last thing I like to note is the question being asked, and I like to underline it. And the question here is, what is the length of the camping ground? Whenever we're dealing with questions that have shapes in them, like rectangles or squares or triangles, it's a really good idea to draw a model out and label it with the information that's given. So let's do that now. We know that we have a rectangular camping ground. So let's draw a rectangle to represent that. Next, we'll fill in the values that were given. We know that the area is equal to 5/8 of a square kilometer. And remember, the area is the inside of the shape. And remember, we already annotated it. The area of the camping ground is 5/8 of a square kilometer. So we'll write that here. And remember, you can write square kilometer by putting the unit and there's 2 on the top right corner of that unit. So we've written in the area. Now we can label the width. And the width of the camping ground is 1/2 of a kilometer. So let's call this side the width. And the length is what we're trying to find. We have no idea what it is yet. Whenever we're working with the area of a shape, it's always a good idea to start with the formula. And since we're dealing with a rectangle, we know that that formula is area equals length times width. Remember, that dot means multiplication. We shouldn't be using x for multiplication anymore because we're dealing with variables and x is a very popular variable. The next thing we'll do is plug in any values that we have. We know that the area is equal to 5/8 of a square kilometer. So we'll put that for area. We'll bring down the equal sign. The length, we don't know yet. So let's just keep this letter the same. Bring down the multiplication symbol. And then the W. W stands for width, and the width of the camping ground is 1/2 of a kilometer. So we'll put 1/2 here. So to find the area, we would have to multiply the length times the width. But since the length is missing, we're going to have to divide the area by the width to find the length. So the best thing to do is to divide both sides by the value we have. So let's divide this by 1/2. And then divide this side by 1/2. 1/2 divided by 1/2 gives you 1, and that's why they cancel, leaving us with the letter L by itself. We'll bring down the equal sign, and then divide 5/8 by 1/2, and the result of that will give us the length. Now whenever we're dividing fractions, the best thing to do is set up a KCF table. The 5/8 will go on top of the k because that's our first value. This division symbol, represented by the line, will go here. And our second fraction, 1/2, will go here. So we had 5/8 divided by 1/2, and here we have it written across 5/8 divided by 1/2. So now we'll go column by column, doing exactly what the table says. We'll keep 5/8, so we'll write that here. We'll change our division to multiplication. So we'll put multiplication here, and 1/2 will get flipped. So the top becomes the bottom, and the bottom becomes the top. So this will become 2/1. And then we multiply straight across. 5 times 2 equals 10. And 8 times 1 equals 8. Two things here. First of all, it can be reduced. So the best thing to do is to simplify it. And the number we'll use to do that is the number 2, because it's the greatest common factor of 10 and 8. So we'll have 10 divided by 2 and 8 divided by 2. 10 divided by 2 equals 5. And 8 divided by 2 equals 4. So now it's in simplest form, but the problem is, even though it can't be reduced anymore, it's improper. So we've got to change it into a mixed number. In order to do that, we've got to divide 5 by 4. Let's do that over here. So we've got 5 divided by 4. 4 can go into 5 one whole time, and 5 minus 4 equals 1. So the answer is 1, because 4 goes into 5 one whole time, and 1, because that's our remainder, over 4. So our final answer is 1 1/4. And what does that mean exactly? It means that the length of this rectangle is 1 1/4 kilometer. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on the Math Review.